Global service has meant to me going where God has called me. I first went into global service overseas in 1978 with my husband Philip. We were working in Central African Republic 1 year as volunteers. 1982 we went back again as regular long-term missionaries, and we were there with our family. Our 4 children grew up there. We were in mission service until 1998. I was on the operating table. I was having surgery in 2006, and I said, Lord, help me through this, and I will go where you call. Better watch what you say, because God calls you all sorts of places.
Mission service has been something that has formed me, that has given me a life, that has given me an understanding of myself and those around me. The one story that I really appreciate too is my friend Bello Abubakar, who was a Muslim teacher, and he knows the Quran inside and out, up and down, every which way. Can quote you the whole book. Bello Abubakar showed his family what he had become in Christianity. They came to try and get him back to Islam. They sent first of all his sister. His sister came and talked with him and worked with him and stayed with him, and started believing the same way. His family came en masse to try and get him to come back, because he was an exceptionally learned person. They they all came to him and sat down with him and spoke to him, and he said, no, you can stay Muslim if you wish, but I have found the truth. I cannot leave it. It has been a joy to see that kind of stuff happening from when I was a kid until now.
What we do for fun is we go to Bubangida National Park to see animals. And I'm a wildlife photographer, and I even have my website where people can buy stuff, but that's another story. Give myself a push for my website. Anyway, we were out there. I had just had knee surgery, and this was a couple months after that, and I was walking with a cane again at that time too. Well, I needed a call on nature. Everybody else sits in the car with the windows rolled up and the air conditioning going, so they can't hear a thing of what's going on around there. So I get out, and there are these worm houses that make the ground very uneven, and so I was having my call on nature away from the car behind a termite hill, when all of a sudden I heard, well, if you don't know what that is, that was a lion calling. So I beelined it with my cane over these worm houses and uneven ground as fast as I could back to the car. I could see from where I was in the car, there wasn't a lion in between there, so I went as fast as I could. I opened the car door and said, there's a lion out there. Philip goes, did you check to see where he was? And it's like, no, he wasn't between me and the car, so that's where I was going.
There's the one instance when what has really taught me what we were doing, what we are doing, and what we are called to do is the words of Ganga Paul. When I got back in 2008, after being away from Central African Republic for 10 years, I found Gunga Paul. He was on his deathbed because of AIDS. He said, "Mr. Nelson, your return here is like the second coming of Christ." Well, thinking he was talking about me, I said, "No, you can't say that about me. I am just a human being." But he wasn't. He was saying something much more profound. His answer to me was, yes, but God calls ordinary human beings to do His work.